take a moment to think about all you already have. Just a tad windy, and your comfort items.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit Hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Welcome to a Tuesday. It is April 14th, 2020. That's right, it is day 212 of Gotta Get on Ellen. Come on, Ellen. Have us on your show. We've got an iPhone. We've got a computer. We can do it. We can do it. Have us on your show. We had some very severe weather here yesterday. Winds. Now, I had just complained because last Thursday we had a storm and there were winds that I had never experienced before. Last Thursday. That is no longer the case. The winds yesterday are way worse. My house was literally shaking. Yeah, that's not fun. The windows in our bedroom, there was so much pressure on them from the wind. I actually heard like squeaking noises. I thought for sure they were going to bust in, but you know, knock on wood, we all managed to make it through. I had Joe take a look at the roof. When we got home, a lot of people in the neighborhood had some real damage, like roof tiles flying off and siding flying off, and it was insane. I saw some reports. I don't know my specific area, but over on the island, which, yes, it is windier than it is here on the mainland, I did see wind gusts in the 70s for the island. Now, in Seaside Park, which is right across from Barnegat Light here in LBI, they had winds of over 80 miles per hour. If you're from the area, if you're familiar with Congress Hall and Cape May hit really hard. Big-time damage at Congress Hall. It's a huge hotel down there that's been around for 200 and some years. In fact, it's where a lot of our forefathers went to spend some time at the Jersey Shore way back in colonial days. Joe and I have stayed there in the past. It's a very nice place. And it's funny because you can tell it's 200 and some years old because everything is small. You go there and you realize that ceilings have gotten taller. Doorways have gotten taller. I mean, Joe couldn't even fit in the door. He had to crouch down to get in the hotel room door. We had happened to stay there one time on another very windy night, and I remember the shade was just blowing. And I'm like, this is not going to be good. I am not going to be able to sleep with all this going on. But it was a very nice time. And as the owner pointed out in the news, they have been around for over 200 years. They will make the repairs. They will do what is needed to be done, and they will be back in business. I hope that they can get this done before the summer season starts because, you know, that's the time for the Jersey Shore. That's when they make all their money. So we shall see. But, yeah, it was a heck of a day. And I got to tell you, it caused me to stress eat. This is why I don't keep unhealthy food in the house. If we hadn't just had Easter dinner and had all these leftovers in the fridge, I likely wouldn't have overate by stress eating. I had myself a huge whopping portion of pasta salad, which I made Joe finish last night at dinner so I would not be tempted again. And I had me a Cadbury egg. That's right. Doesn't sound too terrible, but it was a large portion of pasta salad. But then I got right back on track. I made that my lunch, and then I went right back to my chicken and I had a sliced tomato for dinner. And I did have I have cashews most nights for a snack. So got right back on track as if nothing had happened. So this is the time I've got to, get off all these extra pounds that I put in over the long weekend. So it's time to get the food out of the house. Ugh. Usually I have pretty good willpower, but yesterday I was just stressed. And I was like, all of a sudden I was like, oh, there is pasta salad and potato salad in the fridge. Okay, I'm having it. Talked myself right into that. But I had at least worked out earlier in the day. Tried one of my new full body workouts from my friend Angela. Angela, I do love to hate you. Yeah, tough workout. I may have skipped summer part of it. I'm just saying. It's tough. She has me do this cardio blast at the end. That's what she wrote on the paper, and I was talking to her over FaceTime about it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like the looks of this. What's this cardio blast? She's like, do two to three rounds of it. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. It really is not that terrible, but I have to admit, I only did one round. I'll do the next time I do it, I'll do 2 rounds. And then we'll see how it goes after that. But typically I don't crap out on myself like that. But I did a whole bunch of new moves and strength training exercises that I have not done in the past. So I really felt like I was overextending my body. Maybe I'm just saying that as an excuse. Maybe it's the truth. We don't know, do we? Some good news that I got yesterday. Got my ticket to Rise Live. Did you? It's going on May 2nd. Tickets are unlimited. That is the good news. So you don't have to rush to get it. You can wait until the last minute. I'm assuming they had a little bit of trouble when tickets first went on sale. Couldn't purchase them over my phone or my iPad for some reason. And I was looking, and people were like, I had to do it on my computer. I'm like, oh, well, I got one of those. And yeah, for some reason, it was went right through on my computer. And then they eventually got it fixed for the phone and devices. So I went with the bottom tier ticket. I had toyed with the idea of they have the general admission and then they have a premier ticket. The general admission, $40, which is, really such a bargain. The premier ticket for $65, which gives you a downloadable, printable workbook that you can use. And you also get to go back and review the all-day conference for up to 7 days. And you get a preview of the shop, at the real conferences, they have these pop-up shops with, all kinds of merchandise that's related to that particular conference. So you're going to get 24-hour pre-sale before general admission to check out all the gear and have a chance to purchase it first. So a lot of this stuff sells out. So that would be a good heads up. They also said you're going to get some digital swag, which I toyed with the idea of getting the premiere, and then they also have a VIP ticket. It's $200. You get a swag box delivered to your house, and you get to participate in a virtual question and answer lunch with Dave and Rach, and I'm not sure how that's going to go. I'm not sure if you're actually going to get a chance to ask a question yourself. I don't know how that's going to work, but there are, of course, added benefits. I went ahead and at first I couldn't see what was included in the swag box, and then when I did, I was like, oh, that's not. I'm not saying it's not good stuff, but it's nothing that I would have tempted me to pay $200 to get. So, because I can buy whatever I want on my own, right? So I got just the general admission ticket. My niece said she was going to buy a ticket as well. I don't know if she has as of yet. So I'm really hoping that she does and that we can kind of watch this together, kind of, chat on the phone, maybe back and forth, texting, what have you. I think it'll be a fun experience to have with her. Some of the speakers I'm not really familiar with. Some of them I am, and some I'm not. One is the hip-hop preacher. Not really. All right, we'll see. There is, I don't know, like 6 speakers total or something over an 8-hour day. So I'm thinking they're going to have, and there's an hour lunch. So, they're going to have to move through these speakers pretty quickly. So we'll see. The other bit of good news I got yesterday, I've been waiting for it, and I thought maybe they were going to wait until this pandemic cleared, but apparently not. I got my contract yesterday for my speaking event, my first ever public speaking event taking place here on LBI at the Long Beach Island Foundation of the Arts and Sciences, July 7th. Pinot and Positivity, people. That's right. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Bring yourself a bottle of wine or whatever it is that you drink. There will be light snacks. The cost is $25. And we're going to be ready for some Pinot for sure, and definitely some positivity by July 7th. So super excited about that. I hope that you can join me. They still have up until 48 hours, I think, before the actual event to cancel for whatever reason. But I'm going to go with the theory that is not going to happen. Not going to happen. I got to start practicing. I got to tell you, I was a little disappointed in my Facebook Live yesterday. First of all, I thought the quality of the video was terrible. And I don't think I was as prepared as I should have been. That is one of my weaknesses. I am not a good practicer. I know I should practice, and I just can't seem to bring myself to do it. I'm like, I've been working in live my entire life. It's just this time it's in front of the camera. No big deal. I was a little nervous. I think it showed. It's okay. I've all these groups and courses I'm taking, they all say that to get the information and the content out there, to take imperfect action. And that's what I was yesterday. Imperfectly acting. I got through all the points that I wanted. I got all the information in that I wanted you guys to know. So, that in itself is a success. As I went on to tell you all about the Hopefulist Challenge. Hashtag Hopefulist Challenge. I hope you are taking the challenge along with me. I hope that you are listening to the podcast every day, reading the blog every day. Follow me on social media. And please sign up for my newsletter. It is a weekly newsletter. Despite what it says, I have not figured out how to change that from saying a daily email. It is not a daily email. I have changed that portion of it, but I don't know how to change the wording of it. So that went out yesterday. I hope everybody got their email. If somebody did not get their email, let me know. And if you would like to sign up, please go to my website. It is hopefulist.com, and there is a little button at the top that says subscribe, and you just put your email address in. And I do not give your email address to anybody. It is for me and me alone. So here we are, day 2 of the 30-day Hopefulist Challenge. Today's topic, before I get to the blog post, is what is your go-to comfort item right now during this crazy time? I had wrote my lounge pants. You know how much I love my new lounge pants. I'm actually feeling a little sorry for my old Christmas pants. I think they're feeling a little lonely and left out right now, but their time will come again. My lounge pants and my dog. Those are the two things that are making me feel the best right now. Diane says sweats, cookies, and ice cream. That's right. If you keep eating the cookies and the ice cream, you definitely are going to need the sweats, Diane. Sandra says my phone, staying in touch with family and friends. Marcy says my fuzzy kitty. Posted a picture of Leo. Linda says my jammies and Jackson are pup. Larry says Bourbon and Marley, my dog. Connie says family pictures. Lori says my yoga pants and my puppy. Barb says I just logged off from work, so a glass of wine is my comfort item at this time. Kate says my sofa and comfy clothes, of course. Nikki says PJs and a soft blanket. Mary says her husband Steve says the TV. And then Mary says whiskey after 6 p.m. and then TV with Steve. Dolores says PJs and a new comfy sofa and chase it with a soft blanket. I like it. Kim says wine. Susan says, my husband. Oh,